I just remember having nap time like that, like back when I was babysat, and like my nap time would be just put on like James and the Giant Peach, Nightmare Before Christmas, or Toy Story.
Yeah.
Toy Story, I had the whole thing memorized from. There was a point in my life I had the whole thing memorized from the previews and all of that stuff through the whole movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sid, your Pop-Tarts are ready. All right. Like I had the whole thing like it's a song. I had the whole thing.
Yeah.
I haven't tried like going through now, but I'm sure it would all just start. It's literally like listening to like a symphonic suite or something.
Yeah.
Like your favorite. Yeah. There's a rhythm to it, a pacing, like a pace to it.
Yeah. Right.
Randy Newman fucking bodied that score and soundtrack.
Yeah. And as the years go by,
but the score
will never die,
and I will go sailing no more.
That's like during the sad part of the movie.
No, it can't be true. I could fly if I wanted to, like a bird in the sky. I believe I can fly. Well, I'll fly.
That's your stem.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing about Randy Newman is? He claims when he talks about these films, this is if you're a Randy Newman head, this is not even like some obscure knowledge. Everybody knows this. But his whole thing is like, he'll talk about how he didn't give a fuck making all of those films, like in the songwriting. And when you think about it, with some soundtracks, you're like, oh no, that's definitely true. Like with the Bug's Life, where he's like, was a bug, little bug, hardly there. It's like, yeah, you weren't trying.
And like, here's $2 million.
Yeah.
Just like all the sheets of lyrics he didn't put in the song.
Yeah.
Was a bug, her little legs. Yeah, 6 legs.
But
tiny pencils.
But there's clearly like other soundtracks like where that's you'd clearly put some
the
real
Phil Collins
shit.
Tarzan is like the exact opposite of that.
Oh my
where it's
God.
like one of his best works.
Right.
Well, it's like it's about like how they claim to relate to it. That's really the only difference we're talking about here, because all of Randy Newman's shit is amazing. Like even the Bug's Life shit is amazing. Like musically, it's fucking amazing. But
Phil Collins related the fuck out of Tarzan, dog. It's like, put your faith in what you most believe in. 2 worlds, 1 family.
Like the music
Trust your heart. Let fate decide to guide these lives we see.
But it's funny that you would make
a paradise untouched by men.
Like that has more interesting themes than the movie. It's the music.
Right. But it's funny. I think Randy Newman, like the fact that you would make amazing music and kind of be, oh no, I don't really care. It wasn't. It was just a job, you know. Right. And then there's one interview where someone is like calling his bluff on that. I can't remember who it was, but they literally start bringing up lyrics, and they're like, well, I don't know if that's true. On the James and the Giant Peach soundtrack, you said, and then they like go through the lyrics, and he's like, oh well, I guess, you know, some things, you know.
I gotta watch a Randy Newman.
I guess I kind of had a good time writing.
He's just so chill. He's like,
had a good time writing all these songs.
I want to make music for you.
Wasn't trying that hard.
TV. I write about a bug giving a hug, and a bug is song for you.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
For those that don't know, Will Sasso has, I think, it's one of the funniest bits of all time. I'm not a fan of Mad TV like that, but like, I think that's a lot of nostalgia shit. If you actually go back, it's just a lot of cringe in there.
Yeah,
but there's a Will Sasso Randy Newman sketch that is just so funny. It's like if the bit is George Lucas hired Randy Newman to do the Star Wars music.
Right.
And he's just like, space is the place for Star Wars. Jedi Knights are ready out to fight. it's just like it's the same thing I said about Bug's Life, but he's just doing it for Star Wars. Like he's just doing the bare minimum lyrics wise.
Fighting the war in the depths of space. Yeah.
Come back to what does it go? I'm a bug.
Was a bug, little bug, hardly there.
So good though. I love it. Yeah. It's a time of your life. Do you remember that song?
It's a time of your life, so live it well.
No.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I love just anything he does, honestly.
Yeah.
I just recorded myself shitting on the toilet and he loved it. He loved the way it sounded.
What is that song? Sure, people got
no reason to live.
It's so funny.
Don't.
No,
I think we're gonna have Tim Heidecker on at some point. That's when we should have the full blown Randy Newman conversation.
I gotta brush up on my Newman. I've been going hard on Phil Collins.
Randy Newman is like his biggest inspiration.
Really?
Because his music wasn't just amazing. I mean, Randy Newman comes out of a family full of like orchestral arrangers and composers and shit. Wow. So he's been doing it since it's like a family business type thing.
Yeah.
So he's not just like brilliant on that tip. His music was satirical. So much of his music was just satire and like commentary, like comedic commentary on so many different social, political issues. And so like, and Tim is like a comedy music person. Mm-hmm. So that's like Randy Newman is like the god. I know people talk about like Weird Al, but Weird Al is just like, no disrespect to Weird Al because he's a legend in his own right.
Yeah.
But like he's kind of like that's like the easy laugh.
Yeah.
Whereas Randy Newman's like he's like the Tim Heidecker comedy wise like in the music in the music context. Dude, that's why he can have a hit song called Short People.
Right.
Yeah. And it's really just a song about discrimination. It's about people who are discriminatory.
Right.
But like it just goes over so many people's heads. It's like controversial.
Yeah.
And he has a song called Rednecks that's like crazy. And again, this is like anyone who's into Randy Newman, Rednecks is like, that's one of the, I don't even know if I have we have the time or bandwidth. That is literally a conversation in and of itself.